all us school kids, we just could not understand what it was about. It was something that was brand new to us. We just had to virtually realise that we had to live with it, that Australia was at war. We lived on the top of Granite Creek. The American Airforce came in 1942 and took over the town. We at home, we had mango trees and bananas and pawpaws, and we used to go over to the Americans with all this fruit. And of course they'd never seen a mango before, they probably hadn't seen a banana before, but we used to come home with wholly crumbled bars and chewing gum, but it was amazing what we could use to get back from them for what we were trying to give them to them for nothing. I can always remember as a kid coming home from school and the American Air Force fighters and bombers would come up Granite Creek Gorge on their way back from a mission, an engine smoking and a hole in here and half the tail missing. It was a wake-up call for us young fellas to think that what was going on. The Australian Army moved in right opposite our house, and my mum was a very, very good scone maker. She used to make scones and take them across to give them to the diggers. And they got to know my mum so very well, I used to call her Auntie. I can remember one afternoon, or one evening really, it was dark, and there was a knock on our back door, and this voice said, "Auntie, turn the lights out." And these 6 big fellas came in and they gave my mother a pile of letters, and then they said, "Well, we don't want you to post the letters till at least a month." And there was no questions asked. When we woke up in the morning, the whole camp had gone. And we didn't realise until much afterwards that they were the 6th Division that went into the Rainbow Valley. It was quite some months later, and there was a knock on the door one afternoon, and these 2 big Australian soldiers were there, and they were the only 2 of the 6 that called into our house that night survived that action in the Rainbow Valley. To a young kid like me, that was, I don't know what you would say, it was an eye-opener, I suppose, you know, that these things were happening.